From Newsnets and CCTV, it's high school basketball coming to you tonight from Cadillac High School.
All right, folks, it is the beginning of the second half here. The Vikings with a 20-point lead here on Newsnet and CCTV. As we wind down the regular season, this is our final broadcast of the year here on Newsnet. The hockey season coverage ended about a week or so ago. Girls basketball coverage ended last week. And this will be the final boys basketball game. We appreciate our sponsors, Pizza Plus, Cadillac Tire, and Fox Motors, for allowing us to bring broadcasts to you folks all season long here on Newsnet and CCTV. Vikings with the ball. Baker goes to the hole, gets it blocked.
The Vikings are started how they started the game with David Johns, Evan Bohr, Logan Wild, Levi Klotz, and Tip Baker. Evan's going to take the hot hand to the other end of the court.
Absolutely.
In the third quarter. That makes him 4 for 5 on the night.
A couple of nice blocks in there by number 31, which is Bigelow.
Good, really a good defensive possession. I wouldn't say, all the footwork, but they protect the rim. A couple of great block shots.
Three-point shot just a little bit off from Childers, and back come the Vikings.
Good box out by David Johns on this end.
Baker's three is off. That's one of those kind of quick shots you might be okay with when you're up by 23. But when the game's a little tighter, I think you want to run a little more possession there. But you can't argue with Tip shooting the ball.
Sounds like you were in our locker room last night, Dan. We have a lot of the same discussions. We'll make teams defend for 7 seconds sometimes. And then we have to go down and defend for 45.
That's hard work.
It is. So, we talk about nice little pull-up jump by number 5 for Benzie.
Childers, his first basket of the night.
Stopped on a dime. But we just talk about, moving the ball side to side and getting teams to work and defend and make them expend their energy. And maybe you can find something like that. A nice little cut by Logan Wild. Move the ball, move the players.
That's a much better possession this time right here. The Vikings going side to side. All 5 players have touched it. That's a shot Klotz passed up early on the possession.
You know what you see, too, when you're moving the ball like that and everybody touches the ball, you get players in rhythm. They start to move together, and then you find a guy like Levi Klotz who can really shoot the ball. I think he might be one of the best pure shooters in Northern Michigan. You just watch his form. It sure is something to watch. Young kids could learn a lot. Good defensive pressure by number 34, Tip Baker.
Good effort trying to get that ball as his head out of bounds. Benzie's going to inbound it under the basket right here.
I like to see the intensity here by the Vikings. Just get out and let's play hard.
Yeah, I have a feeling that's a little bit about what the talk was at halftime is let's raise the level of our intensity, especially on the defensive end. Get after it on the glass.
24 sure is quick. Good cleanup by David Johnson. Man, 24, nice crossover. That's the kind of help you're looking for. And a finish for Johns on the other end. Oh, had the block on one end and the open look on the other. Ran the court really well.
And he's going to pick up a foul up behind the play there a little bit. I think that's more of that frustration that he made such a great play on the defensive end last time and just didn't capitalize down on the offensive end.
I think that's probably part of it too. And unfortunately, most times when you see a big man up top defending that closely in reach, they're going to make that call. I think, look at this 5 out for the offense that they run with Benzie getting everybody out. Above the 3-point line a lot. 45 will move into the low post or the high post once in a while to set some screens. But, with the personnel they have, I think just using their quickness and trying to find some seams and some exchanges on defense to find some good matchups for them. It's a good offense for what Benzie has.
Absolutely. That's using their skill set really well.
There's number 5 again, a little pull up. And number 50, Bryce Benjelink, in for the Vikings.
His first action tonight. Genema with the ball right here.
So Cole didn't play in Alpena. He had a shoulder injury. Nice look. And he's been cleared to come back tonight. So the Vikings right now are assured a tie for the Big North Conference. Nice look inside to Bryce Benjelink.
Good hustle right there by Dunlop. Benjelink kind of deflected the ball off of him, started rolling out of bounds. Can't fault the effort right there.
So once again, the Vikings are 7-3 in the Big North and 7-2 in the Big North, excuse me.
8-2.
8-2 in the Big North, and TC Central is 7-2 with one more to play. They host Alpena, and then that game will either decide if Cadillac wins outright, if Alpena wins against Central, or if they will share the title this year.
Nice move to the basket. Pick up right there.
Good job by Bryce Benjelink defending the rim, number 50.
See this Benzie group, they are very good at that penetration dribble, but they don't force the shot. They're doing a lot of good jump stops, drawing the defender to them and kicking them out.
Mm-hmm. Here comes the Huskies are bringing in a new 5 for the Vikings. Number 14, Brady McLaurin, replacing number 34, Tip Baker.
Streeter with the ball, swung it over, and that was... We'll catch up here in a minute, folks. McLaren shot was blocked. You got a foul, I think, on the Vikings.
Evan. Yep. Like Evan had pretty good position.
Looked like he did against Jake Kennedy right there.
Number 10, Austin Abram checking in, replacing number 5, Evan Bohr. We have 3.5 minutes left in the third period.
Defensively, you can't fault what the Vikings are doing, as they've only given up 13 points. Benjelink almost with the steal right there. Genema was looking for the dunk. Abrams with the rebound.
Logan Wild pushing the ball up the court, number 14. McLaurin looking inside to Genema.
Good effort right there. Unfortunately, stepping out of bounds was Logan Wild. 3:01 to go. Vikings with a commanding 24-point lead.
And here Coach Binsberg just talking about taking care of the ball. We're trying to play quality basketball all the way through this game. It seemed like for the first 5 minutes of this quarter, they were going to maybe stay off the whistle. The official let this thing kind of run its course, and now they've called a couple of quick ones.
Genema with the steal on that inbounds.
There's 3 layups that the Vikings have missed.
Yeah, 3 layups
3 trips.
And just some turnovers in between.
Nice defense. Loose ball. Here comes Cole. For a kid who's 6'7", Cole can handle the basketball pretty well.
Brady Mack.
Number 14, McLaurin. Nice hit, bud.
Breaks the scoring drought down on that end. Give the Vikings 3 more. Almost gets a steal on this end.
Number 3, Wyatt Vincent checking in. It's going to come in for 22, Logan Wild. And once again on Parents' Night, Senior Night, it's good to see the seniors get in and get some good action. Also, one thing you talk about as you near this district, like today for our practice on the girls' team, we took a little break. There's some rest that's required in the recovery process, and our girls played hard last night. And if you can get a little bit of rest in between games, it can help rejuvenate a little bit and stay fresh.
Benzie's gone to a little zone right here, Mike. Vikings do a good job moving the ball.
Kick. It's a good drive by Wyatt. Thought he was going to kick over to Austin Abram on that baseline drive.
I think Austin was hoping he was getting that ball too.
Now this is something here that I'm okay with, Dan. You know, it's a 27-point lead, but you have new players in the game, all except number 21, Cole Gentleman. These are not starters, and putting defensive pressure up with a second group or your bench play, I think is acceptable because they deserve that opportunity.
And you're coaching them.
Yes, you're not trying to run the score up. You're just trying to give them an opportunity to do things that they don't customarily get to do.
You know, for especially a lot of the kids that are underclassmen, those are things that they've got to improve on and work on as you're doing that in a game situation, and that helps you out certainly for next season. Nice look right there. Good hesitation. The jump shot just does not go in for McLaren. Good ball movement by the Vikings right there. Results in a 3 that just is off.
Cole getting to the call travel.
Yeah, kind of had a little stumble right there.
Coach Benzenberg's going to take the press off for right now and move them back.
So, Mike, as we're winding down this quarter here, you got Reed City tomorrow night for the girls in play, as we see Benjelink with another rebound. What do you expect to see from the Coyotes, from the Coyotes?
You know, with the discussion we had just about teams that play physically, like with Benzie, how they just play hard. It's one thing you notice about Reed City. They're always pretty well coached, and they're always athletic. They're fast and they're physical. So I expect that tomorrow night, that they'll come ready to play for us. It's a chance for them in the districts. They didn't have a great season. They were 4-16 on the season.
Everybody starts anew in districts.
Yeah, but it's a chance to. It's a chance for your season to begin. And they had a bye in the first round, so a chance to rest. I'm sure they were here watching last night. They have us on film, I'm sure, several games. So our goal tomorrow is just taking care of our business. Our kids know how to play. They know what to do tomorrow. And we've watched them play. We watched them today a little bit after practice. And so I hope we're prepared. I think we're ready to go.
Just a few seconds left here in the third quarter. The drive and shot is just a little bit off right there by Dylan Bates. And that's how we'll end the third quarter, folks, with the Vikings commanding 40-13 point lead. We'll be right back here on on Newsnet and CCTV.